What if I told you that within just a couple of weeks, by following three simple steps, you can convert your metabolism from sugar craving to become a fat burning beast? Hi, Sherpa Herb here. I'm an online running coach for runners over 50s and in their 60s, and I'm the founder of the Forever Runner Method. In this video, I'm going to go through step number 2 of the Forever Runner Method called reset. So in the reset, this is where we actually can convert the way your body metabolizes food so that you get most of your energy from burning your own fat stores. So it's really cool. Uh, if you're like me and you've been running for a really long time, we were always taught that you have to carbo load, you have to eat a lot of carbs for energy for running. And many of us did that for many years. What I found was by following these three simple steps, I converted totally over to fat burning to where I don't rely on carbs to fuel my runs. I can go out and do a fasted run in the morning, just have a cup of coffee, and then go out and run for 2 to 3 hours at an easy pace without the need of extra fuels. And when I'm done, I'm not starving hungry or anything. I still feel energized. It's truly an amazing experience, and it's surprisingly easy to convert back to what's actually your default setting for your metabolism, because basically for thousands of years, this is the way most humans lived. It isn't until just the most recent history where we've been inundated with processed foods and chemically alterated and processed substances that they call food that has dramatically changed how most people eat and where they get their energy from. So let me go through the three steps right now. So the first step in this process is actually the first step of the Forever Runner Method. Now, it's called the heal step, and I'll tag the video I did on that so you can watch that if you didn't before. But that's basically purging all the bad oils, high sugar, carbohydrate type foods you have and processed foods, and just eliminating from your pantry. So the second step is we're going to do a quick little assessment, and basically you want to make notes of the way you currently feel as a result of the way you've been eating. So the first thing is your physical fatigue. Are you tired in the mornings, afternoons, or all day? Do you have mental fatigue? Do you experience poor memory or inability to concentrate during the day? Do you have blood sugar problems? Are you jittery, agitated, and moody, especially after eating? And do you suffer from excess gas? And are you sleepy after meals? So if these are kind of yes and no questions, so you write those down and kind of map out the way you feel right now. And then the third step is to actually go for 2 weeks with a low inflammation diet. So basically a low inflammation diet is kind of you might call an elimination diet, where you just eliminate all the foods that may cause inflammation for a couple of weeks. And what will happen is, as a result, your body will kind of recover and reset to its default settings, you might say. And the reason why we wrote down those symptoms in step number 2 is you'll find at the end of this is that hopefully all those answers will change if they were yeses or you actually had some symptoms. Plus you'll drop a few pounds. So so for 2 weeks, I'll just kind of go through quickly. There's 3 categories of foods that you want to avoid, and one is the polyunsaturated fats and oils. So these are kind of the man-made oils that have just been produced in the last 100 years. The most common, you already know, vegetable oils are no good, but soy and canola oils are both highly processed, and they mess up your fat burning metabolism. So we want to eliminate those. And then, of course, we want to greatly lower our sugar intake. So you want to cut out any sugar-based foods and stick to just healthy whole food carbohydrate sources like vegetables. And then highly processed carbs. These are high glycemic carbs that act just like sugar, and that would be bread, rolls, pasta, pancakes, cereal, muffins, chips, crackers, rice cakes, things like that. Fruits and fruit juices, we want to stay away from that. You want to stay away from highly processed meats like cold cuts, and you want to stay away from potatoes, corn rise, and beans, and milk and half and half, and yogurt, and those obviously sodas, even diet sodas, and then healthy snacks, those energy bars and things like that. This is a fairly strict elimination diet for just a 2-week period. And there's a whole list of, in my program, there's a whole list of foods and some menu suggestions to get through the 2 weeks with no problem that I provide in my program. But by doing these 3 things, number 1, eliminate the bad foods from your pantry just so they're not around. Number 2, make note of the symptoms that you have right now. Number 3, do a 2-week elimination diet and then revisit those symptoms that you had. And I can guarantee you're going to be very surprised with how you feel, and you're on to your journey to becoming a fat burning beast. So anyway, that's step 2 of the 9 steps of the Forever Runner method. So if this interests you, please subscribe to the channel so that you can see all the videos, and then you can always check out my website, sugarherb.com. There you can get a copy of my guide and get more information. So thanks, and we'll see you next week.